I tell you Barcelona's record against Bayern.
No, don't need to tell me. I already know.
Go ahead.
19-2.
I would have loved to see Chesney in goal. I just think it's good that he gets used to losing.
I'm going to be very optimistic. I'm going to say 3-0.
3-0.
Listen, bro. Yeah, because, bro.
Nah, man, you jinxed it. You jinxed
Yes.
it. Don't talk. Only talk when it's time to say checkmate. That's all I'm saying. Welcome back to the Banter Space, guys. Barca Bayern preview. This is the most confident I've felt facing Bayern in forever. Müller did upload this picture, his meme that it would come in Barcelona, but I'm actually not scared for once. Before, whenever he did that, I was like, okay, here we go. This is about to be bad. Not this time. I'm okay with it. I think regardless of what happens this game, my prediction will be that Barcelona will fight back and they will make it hard for Bayern regardless. We're going to score. They're going to score too, because we're going to talk about our defense. And regardless, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game if both teams play the same way they played this whole season. Flick is going to continue with his high line, his high pressing, the same way he's performed this beginning of the season. And company, I don't see him changing that much. He did change a little bit after the Leverkusen game. I do think so. But is he going to be a little bit more safe against Barca? I don't know. I feel like he wants to impose himself. Bayern do have the psychological advantage again, but it is a different Barca team. I don't think they're going to come in here thinking they're going to smack us either. They're going to take it seriously, and so should we.
Barcelona seem to be on fire. Hansi Flick has, perhaps started giving La Masia kids breakfast. Probably a big change. We need to see if Hansi Flick ball can work against big teams. And I think that question, I feel like even if Barca do end up losing tomorrow but play good, it's very encouraging. I think it'll be interesting to see how Barca play rather than the result.
I agree, because like you said, we haven't been tested. Like, we had good teams. Athletic is good, Villarreal is good and all that, but we haven't really faced that big team yet that has very fast forwards. I feel like Bayern and Madrid coming up, they're the teams that are going to give Barca the most trouble, those fast wingers. I think that's my biggest worry about this.
I'm just, for Bayern, I feel like we should play our game. We shouldn't be cautious, and we should play flick ball. What he's shown right now at Barcelona is just been a breath of fresh air to me. He's a calm manager. We have the managerial experience over Bayern, which they have a new manager who's come from a relegated side. So in terms of management and tactical abilities, I think Flick is far superior than Company. I say both sides play a similar style of football with that aggressive high line and playing through the wings. But the thing is, I think this would be the best time to play Bayern. If we were ever going to play Bayern, it would be right now.
It'll be right now, yep.
Yeah, so for me, I think we have to get the result. It's not even about too much how we play. And yeah, like you guys said, this is a club with pedigree, and we need Lewandowski to pull through. I don't want to see that nonsense that he did at the Allianz Arena last time. So I think if we get a good start, hopefully we can score early, and then I think we can just see out the game.
We're going to talk a little bit about the setup. How do you guys think the setup is going to be for a little bit both teams? First off, on Barca, we pretty much know the starting lineup, besides one player, really. We know the back line is going to stay the same. We know the midfield, Pedri, Casada is going to be there. Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha are going to be the front line. We don't know who the third midfielder is going to be. Whether it's going to be Olmo, whether it's going to be Frankie, whether it's going to be somebody else, Ansu Fati, I doubt it. We don't know who that third midfielder is going to be, or third player. Who do you guys think is going to be, and who do you think should be?
I think it should be Dani Olmo, even though it'd be a big game to return to. Dani Olmo, he started off amazingly with Barcelona, so I don't know. I feel like Flick could go ultra attacking with playing Rafinha as the cam, and then someone else on the left, which I would be kind of scared about, because that would just be too attacking in my opinion. But I think Dan Olmo, he's played against Bayern. He has experience against them, and he's beaten them. So that's the reason why I would go for Dani Olmo.
I'll give you my thoughts. I think it should be Frankie. Now, there was a little bit of news on Twitter. Hold on, let me cook. There was a thing where they basically said that Hansi didn't like the way Frankie was warming up or something along those lines. That's why he didn't come on last game. But Frankie was supposed to start the Sevilla game, mind you. So if he was ready or almost ready to start the Sevilla game, and Hansi Flick is saying that he's pretty much ready now, I feel like it's going to be Frankie. Olmo, there's another report that said that his entourage is basically saying that there's a risk of re-injury if he plays too soon. So throwing Olmo back at the start after not playing a single minute, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. I think having that double midfield of Frankie, Casado, letting Pedri be a little bit more up front, and then in the second half maybe bring Olmo as a more attacking option. I feel like that makes the most sense. I also don't want to risk another injury for Olmo, because if he comes on and gets injured immediately, then I mean, like, come on, what are we doing at this point? So for me, it will be Frankie to keep it safe. But if everyone was fit, yes, I agree with you, it should be Olmo.
I'm not sure how Gavi played last game. However, Pedri did have a great performance. Yeah, I think having Gavi back and him having that first game out of his system is good. I hope he can match the physicality. I know the game is at home in Barca, if you can even call that home.
It's not home, bro. It's a rented stadium. It's like San Siro for Inter.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
No, yeah. I think I would have loved to see Szczesny in goal this game.
I know 24K feels a certain way for Iñaki Peña. I do too. Because let's be honest here, Iñaki Peña is my biggest worry this game. Because we can play however good you want in the attack. One-on-one chance, and I don't trust Iñaki Peña to save it, I'll be honest with you.
And the thing is, you can't just bring Szczesny from retirement straight into...
You can't.
That's the thing.
You can, just if you want to basically say screw you to Iñaki Peña. Because if you bring on Szczesny now, Iñaki Peña is done for. He can never come back. His motivation, his form is going to drop even below where it is right now. And if Szczesny doesn't do well, or God forbid gets injured, then it's season over. It's basically season over.
I don't see that as a bad thing. He needs to go, man. He needs to go.
But what happens if Szczesny comes on and gets injured?
Personally,
has to play for the rest of the season. Then what?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. You can't bring Szczesny on right now. Szczesny will just have to wait until we play a few smaller teams. I think he will just have to wait for a La Liga game or something like that. Obviously not the El Clasico, but Gavi shouldn't play, to be honest.
No, I don't think Gavi should play either. I don't know what you're smoking, Varen.
Yeah, I don't think it would make a difference. But yeah, I just think it's good that he gets used to losing, because on Saturday.
I was about to say some good stuff. Okay, never mind. Again, so we have one vote for Olmo, one vote for Frankie, and one vote for Gavi. Okay. Now on Bayern, Pavlovic is a big miss in my opinion. One of the most underrated midfielders, young midfielders in the world. He just reminds me a little bit of Rodri in a sense. I think he's a huge miss. They're going to miss that control. I feel like Paulinho is the most likely to start, even though Company doesn't really like him. I think I'll start Paulinho if I'm Company, with Kimmich in there. Musiala, he's in the team sheet, but he just recovered from injury, so he might not be 100%. What do you guys think about that? Because if Musiala plays, it's going to be rough for that midfield. He's going to cut through that midfield no matter who we play, I'll be honest with you. Musiala is a world-class player. And, okay, it'll be harder for us if he plays, but I'll be honest, I want to see him play against us. I want to see Yamal against Jamal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to catch on.
Jamal vs Jamal.
Jamal. What do you mean? That catches on.
Anyway.
I think they say Yamal in Spanish, because the J becomes Y anyway. So it's Yamal.
We have to bring Jamal home, bro. We have to bring Jamal home.
Yeah, I don't think either of them will have an impactful performance, as is true with their past big games for club, at least in the UCL. I can't really remember what Jamal did against Madrid, except for win an average penalty. I think we can all agree. And Lamine, yeah.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare, bro!
Didn't Yamal like cook Paris? Like
The first 20 minutes.
He did, bro.
cooking.
Like a wise man once said, "Don't talk. Only talk when it's time to say checkmate." That's all I'm saying.
Right. So, score predictions?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm gonna be a little bit cautiously optimistic here. I'm gonna say 4-3 Barcelona. I think Olmo scores either from a bench or a start. I think Olmo scores. I think Lewandowski scores. Maybe Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and somebody else. And I think from Bayern's side, I think Kane definitely scores. I think this is the type of game that Kane scores on.
I'm saying I'm gonna be very optimistic. I'm gonna say 3-0.
3-0.
Listen, bro. Yeah, because bro.
Nah, man, you jinxed it. You jinxed it.
Yes, I'm going 3-0. I'm going 3-0.
You bottled that, man.
Because you guys thinking Kane's gonna do something is crazy, man. Kane, this is a big match. UCL, he's not gonna do shit.
We are the club to give Kane his first hat trick, bro.
We're the club to give him life.
Yeah,
we're a change club. We're a change club.
Oh my God.
I believe in Flick.
No,
Flick
he
knows
jinxed
what he's
it,
doing.
bro. He jinxed it.
So
Jinxed it.
3-0, bro. 3-0. Let's go.
Oh, he jinxed it. I don't want to talk to you. Mute.
Yeah, I think this...
Be respectful. Be respectful.
Yeah, I will. I think this might be... I don't know. I think it could be a 2-1 for Bayern or a 2-0. If Bayern win, I don't think it's going to be like an obnoxious number unless things go wrong from the start. I'm really curious on how it will go. I'm unsure because if this Hansi ball actually starts clicking and works against big teams, then Barcelona might... They might... There's no one... I don't think there's any good team in the UCL yet. Like any clear favorite.
Respect Brest. Respect Brest. Respect Monaco.
Yeah. I guess we will respect Monaco.
Guys, can I just ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Where do you see the goals coming from Bayern Munich when they have that fat shit for Gnabry on one side, and
right.
Elise, who's not very pacey, he's more of a finesse winger on the other side, and a guy that is addicted to dropping down into midfield as their striker. So where are you seeing the goals?
Bro, Musiala and Inshallah.
Let me just tell you, that high line is suicidal. So
for who?
No, I understand
the Barca high line.
Not against Bayern.
Yeah, I can understand the high line against Real Madrid. They have literally the 3 fastest players in the world. But when we're talking about Bayern, what is so scary about their front 3?
No, it's definitely not scary. I think it's more so psychological effect. I think if we did not lose to Bayern so many times through the years, I don't think people would be so scared of them.
So I tell you Barcelona's record against Bayern.
No, I don't need to tell me. I already know.
Go ahead.
19-2.
19-2.
But also, just to come back to a point one of you said, if we win this game with again 19-2, but if we win this game against them, it will be the first time Barcelona has beat a big team in the Champions League since when? Really, since when? When is the last big team Barcelona beat convincingly, or even just regularly beat?
Probably before VAR. Let me just say that.
I think it's 2015. I'll be honest with you. I'm not counting the PSG 6-1. I mean, PSG are okay. They're not that great. I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. It's Juventus UCL final. That's it.
You mean peak, innit? At their peak.
Yeah, I'm talking like a peak team. A really good team.
It would be that Juve. It would be that Juventus.
Young boys.
Insane.
I think young boys.
Okay.
NBA young boys.
If we beat Bayern here, I think we beat Madrid next. I'll be honest with you. Because that momentum is going to be huge. The mentality shift is going to be generational. But let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, guys. What do you think about the game? We're going to do a post-match, hopefully with other people if they want to join. And I'll see you guys in the next one.